Stormbreaker. James J. Walker had grown accustomed to his extraordinary abilities, but nothing could have prepared him for the day Rolling Fork, Mississippi, faced the wrath of an EF5 tornado. The small town, nestled in the heart of the Delta, was no stranger to severe weather, but this storm was different. It was a monster, a swirling behemoth of destruction that tore through the countryside with terrifying speed. Jay was in Hollandale when he first heard the news. The tornado had already leveled several communities, and Rolling Fork was directly in its path. Without hesitation, he sprang into action. His body crackled with energy as he raced toward the town, moving faster than any vehicle could hope to match. The wind howled around him, but he pushed forward, his mind focused on one goal: saving as many lives as possible. When Jay arrived in Rolling Fork, the scene was chaos. The tornado loomed on the horizon, a dark funnel of death churning toward the town. People were scrambling to find shelter, their faces etched with fear. Jay knew he had to act fast. He began by using his telekinetic abilities to reinforce buildings, strengthening walls and roofs to withstand the storm's fury. He moved from house to house, ensuring families were safe and directing them to the sturdiest shelters. As the tornado closed in, Jay realized that simply protecting the town wasn't enough. He needed to stop the storm itself. Summoning every ounce of his power, he launched himself into the sky, his body surrounded by a crackling aura of lightning. The wind roared around him, but Jay stood firm, his eyes locked on the swirling vortex. With a deafening roar, Jay unleashed a massive burst of energy, sending a bolt of lightning directly into the heart of the tornado. The impact was immense, causing the funnel to waver and destabilize. But the storm was relentless, and it quickly regained its strength. Jay knew he had to do more. Drawing on the energy within him, Jay began to spin, creating a counter-rotating vortex of his own. The two forces collided, a titanic clash of nature and superhuman power. The ground shook, and the sky lit up with blinding flashes of light. For a moment, it seemed as though the tornado would overpower him, but Jay refused to give up. He pushed harder, pouring every bit of his strength into the fight. Finally, with a thunderous explosion, the tornado began to dissipate. The wind slowed, and the funnel cloud collapsed in on itself. Jay hovered in the air, exhausted but victorious. The town of Rolling Fork was safe. As Jay descended to the ground, the townspeople emerged from their shelters, their faces filled with awe and gratitude. They surrounded him, thanking him for his bravery and selflessness. Jay, ever humble, simply nodded and smiled. He didn't see himself as a hero, just a man doing what needed to be done. But deep down, Jay knew that his journey was far from over. The storm had been a reminder of the immense power he wielded and the responsibility that came with it. As he looked out over the town, he made a silent promise to himself and to the people of Rolling Fork. No matter what challenges lay ahead, he would always be there to protect them. James J. Walker, the Stormbreaker, had become a legend, not just in Rolling Fork, but across the Delta, and his story was only just beginning.